Now we have, we're getting to the end here. We have Super 8, J.J. Abrams, another great film, Taken and Taken 2. Super 8 is basically E.T. mixed with the Goonies, and the kid actors in this are all great. They weren't your typical annoying kids. It's hard to come by, and let alone have 5 or so kids in one movie and not be annoying is a compliment in itself. Then we have Taken with Liam Neeson, and then of course the sequel Taken 2. First one definitely better of the two. There's a lot of rehash in this one, but I saw this one last night, and actually, even though it's rehashed a lot of the plot and whatnot, I thought it still was an entertaining film. And Liam Neeson kicks ass. Liam Neeson was the only guy that trained as a Jedi. What was it? He trained as a Jedi, trained Batman, and now he nobody gets taken from him. So there you go. Then we have Taxi Driver, Robert De Niro. Great set, extremely cheap, man. I'm not surprised. It's one of those sets that, like, for whatever reason, they decided to make it cheap. And but quality is definitely there. It's a great film, probably one of Martin Scorsese's best films, and even Robert De Niro is probably one of his best. And a lot of people compare it to Drive with Taxi Driver. I guess because they both drive. I don't know, but let's throw this one out. Taxi Driver, by far the superior film, and if you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend. It's probably one of, if not the best made Blu-Rays on the market today. Great transfer. It just shows you what you can do with Blu-ray. Then we have, let's do these ones, just 3 at a time. Ted, Ninja Turtles 1, 2, and 3, the live action, and then CG. Ted, I'm Ready to Cut, great film. If you're at all a fan of Seth MacFarlane or Family Guy or any of his other shows like American Dad, I think you'll love this. Even people who are not a fan of Family Guy like that film. Then you have Ninja Turtles 1, 2, and 3. Obviously the first 2 are the superior of the 3. And then the first one being the best, probably, of them all. Then you have the CG, not remake, but it was more of like a sequel. It was more sequel than anything else. I was actually very surprised. And I quite like this one as well. Not as good as the live action, but still entertaining. Hopefully the new Michael Bay one doesn't mess it all up, because I don't have a lot of faith in Michael Bay, to be honest with you. Then we have Terminator, T2, Judgment Day, Terminator 3, and then Terminator Salvation. And actually, if you really want to go chronological, you could really put it Terminator Salvation in the start. Kind of the whole mix-up with the time travel thing, but whatever. Terminator, this is not the remastered edition, this is their first edition. Not as good, obviously, as the remastered edition, but still serviceable for me. I may upgrade if I find the other one for cheap, but I'm not in a big hurry to do so. Judgment Day. This is the Skynet edition. A lot of people don't like this edition for whatever reason. I think it's decent enough. Terminator 3. Not a great film. I mean, definitely not the best of the 3 Arnie films, but I thought there was a few funny moments in it, especially with the talk to the hand and stuff like that. And then we had Terminator Salvation, the Christian Bale film that was supposed to spawn a whole new trilogy. Never did, because this one bombed. So there we go. Well, apparently they're in talks to do another Arnie Terminator. Whether they do or not, I don't know. But for now, there's only 4, and I have all 4. So there we go. And then we have another. I'm taking there 5 this time. We're near the end. Might as well get it over with. We have That's My Boy, Adam Sandler. I got this the other day at Videotron, mainly because I had to pick 3 to get to 16 for 3. so I haven't actually watched it. Adam Sandler, they're usually pretty funny though. Three Amigos, this is the film with Steve Martin, Chevy Chase, and Martin Short. Hilarious film. And it's a lot similar to... where is it? Another film I'm going to show. Very similar in a lot of ways, and not so much in others. Tropic Thunder. In the whole actors going into a situation thinking that it's actually all, you know, it's all fake, and it turns out to be a real scenario. And then we have Three Kings, Three Stooges, and Total Recall. Three Kings, if you ever played Battlefield Bad Company, a lot of its story was taken from this. You'll recognize it a lot more. Great film. I like that one a lot. Three Stooges, this is the 2012, I believe it's 2012 or 2011 reimagining of the Stooges, and these three actors did an amazing job with their characters. I thought they portrayed the Stooges quite well. And I know some people don't like it. I thought they played a good job with it. And then we have Schwarzenegger in Total Recall. This is the Ultimate Recall Edition, which is the remastered edition. This is the one you want. In the US, it might be called something different. I can't remember what it was. But, yeah. If it looks anything like this one, that's the one you want. I believe in Canada, we got the same one that the UK got. So, yeah. Then we have some more here. Okay, so we have Tower Heist, a comedy about these guys, kind of almost like Ocean's 11, but not as star-studded. And The Town, Ben Affleck directed and starred in. Tower Heist, never seen it, but I've seen bits of it on TV, and that's why I bought it. It looked hilarious from what I've seen of it, and I think at some point the next couple of weeks I will watch it. I actually heard good things about it. Funny enough, Casey Affleck is in this one, so. And funny enough, because right beside Ben Affleck's The Town. I'm going to watch this one tonight. I heard really good things about it. And this is apparently the issuing of the Steelbook, something that Warner Brothers is doing lately, which is it's an annoyance for a lot of people. And I'll show you why later. Then Pixar classics, Toy Story, Toy Story 2, and Toy Story 3. All great films, and yeah, Pixar at their best during this series. And these are actually the I printed these. I don't know if you can really tell on the I printed these on just basic paper, and most people can't even tell. These are actually, and I guess I can show you that. These are the UK set. They're region free and a hell of a lot cheaper. If you don't mind either printing covers, or if you don't mind the ugly UK ratings on the covers, I'd suggest highly of getting the UK set. Mainly because you save a ton of money. And there are Disney's classic, Tron, the original classic, and of course I had the sequel, Tron Legacy. Of these two, they're both good in their own right. Of course, I think overall, Tron, for its time, was far more groundbreaking than the new one, but both great films. I quite like them both. Got both these for $14 bucks, so not too bad. Okay, so we're bringing out a couple more here. We'll bring out Tropic Thunder again, and then Twister and The Untouchables. So, Tropic Thunder, starring Ben Stiller, Jack Black, and Robert Downey Jr. Hilarious, funny movie. I remember when I first watched this, I didn't know what to expect. Robert Downey Jr. by far steals the show, although both Stiller and Jack Black have funny moments in it. For Black, especially with the part where he's trying to get off of his heroin, I think it was. and they have him tied up because they're afraid that he might make you might like give away their position against the drug cartel, and all the things he was saying to get people to, all the promises and stuff he was making to get them to untie him was hilarious. I quite like that. But the best thing, the reason that you want to get either the DVD or the Blu-ray of this is because of the commentary track. You can't really see it there, obviously. Is the commentary track of by Ben Stiller, Jeff Black, and Robert Downey Jr. And the reason is, besides all three of them being hilarious, is that Robert Downey Jr. does the entire commentary as his black character, Osiris. So great release overall. Then we have Twister, Roland Emmerich, typical film, not a lot of substance to it. Whole film is about a twister, or multiple twisters. For the time, had great special effects, and I guess it's decent enough, I suppose. Classic film, The Untouchables with Kevin Costner, has Robert Downey Jr. in it as well, and Sean Connery. I watched this last night. It was the first time in a long time I've seen it, and I still like it. Great kind of cops going after gangsters. It's very similar, actually, of the recent film Gangster Squad. So if you like Gangster Squad, you might like Untouchables. It has a very similar plot. Then we have another 5 films. V for Vendetta. I actually want the steelbook for this. Unfortunately, I missed out on it. Then we have The Watch. Then Watchmen, the steelbook. Wizard of Oz. And Wreck-It Ralph. Alright, so first of all, V for Vendetta. I love this film. It's a great film. I thought Natalie Portman played it really well. Hugo Weaving as V, great performance. It's overall a pretty good movie. Then The Watch, surprisingly hilarious. I say surprisingly because I didn't really go into it expecting much from it. And I thought they all played a pretty good job in that one. Watchmen, Director's Cut Steelbook. This is actually the re-release by Warner Brothers, not the original one that used to go for like $200. But they all look pretty much the same. And then Wizard of Oz, amazing transfer. One of my favorite films of all time, and it looks great on Blu-ray. It's amazing. Then of course Wreck-It Ralph. If you're a video game fan, as I'm sure everyone who's watching this channel is, you owe it to yourself to get this film. Great film. And John C. Reilly as Wreck-It Ralph is hilarious in this. I just like overall all the nods they have to all the various video game franchise and stuff like Sonic and Mario and stuff. Then we have, we're almost near the end. I think we can do one more batch and that's it. We have X-Men First Class. So there we go. Then we have X-Men X2, X-Men United, X-Men Last Stand. I hear a lot of the moans happening right now, moans and groans. And then X-Men Origins Wolverine. Reason I put this one first because it is basically a prequel series. So great movie though. Then X-Men. Great comic book movie. Not as good as this one. X-Men 2, X-Men United. The fact that they have all these characters in it and actually make a coherent story and has pretty good action overall, I thought it was great. X-Men Last Stand, I don't hate this one as much as most people do, but it's definitely not the best of all of them. And actually I would say I would put Wolverine ahead of that. I thought Wolverine was decent. I mean, I like Hugh Jackman as an actor. I thought he did a good job in the movie. Some of the things they changed with it, the whole Deadpool thing, not too fond of, but overall I thought it was a decent movie for what it was. And yeah, So all these movies, I think overall, I think I'd still recommend them. Although with these two here, I think if you can get them cheap, that's the only time I'd recommend them. And considering it, you probably get them all in a set now. Okay, so then we got the last 3 of Blu-rays, and they all happen to be TV shows. We have Terminator, The Sarah Connor Chronicles. Easily one of my favorite shows in the last little while. The Walking Dead, complete first season, and then Walking Dead, the complete second season. First Terminator. I only watched half of this, and I do like it, and I'm going to continue watching the rest. I want to get the second season though. Unfortunately, it was cut short. I guess not a lot of people watched it when it was on air. Another thing, I got to see the Rogers sale, and I don't know if that's how the actual cover looks like, but it's something I found on the internet, and because at the Rogers sale they sold them separately, and I simply stole I stole this pack from some other movie I had, and I used it, repurposed it for this one, and it came with the 3 discs. So essentially I got all 3 for I think $10, which wasn't too shabby. I guess I got to put it in the view of the camera. So there we go. And then The Walking Dead, this is the edition you want. I won't go into detail of it other than that the reason you want it, if you're at all interested in extras, is it has commentary tracks for all episodes. Has the first episode in black and white, which is cool. Resembles the comic book quite a bit. Then just over all the extras in that one. Tons of extras in that. Then the second season, a lot of people didn't like how it was a bit more slow paced, but I quite liked it. And I find that viewing it again on Blu-ray, the fact that you can watch one after the other makes it a lot more enjoyable of an experience than its original run. So anyways, that's basically it for all the Blu-rays. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you have any questions at all, please leave it in the comment section below. And if you want to see something in detail, just let me know in the comment section, and I'll maybe take a little video of it. So anyways, till next time, this is LeBron98 signing out. See you guys. Bye.